The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Utah Jazz. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. At the forward slots, it's Bogdanović. And Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at the 5 down low. Now here's Williams, Leonard. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Bogdanović against George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding the trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
That free throw good from George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And he can't hit the second. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Nobody near Williams. A three-pointer, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here is Conley. Lock at 6. Takes the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Now here is George. Passes it to Leonard. High post shot. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's the Jazz's ball. Ingles finds Bogdanović. Conley against Leonard. Bogdanović passes to Conley. Shoots over Leonard. The offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
Now, here's George. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their fourth try.
Jazz leading by 4. Poke loose. Ingles dishes to Conley. Williams with the ball. Conley picks him up. Shot's good by Williams.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Leonard against Conley. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. From the inbound, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, Donovan Mitchell welcomes the opportunity to draw contact and either get to the free throw line or make the shot.
No good on that one. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Lou Williams. He hits the second from the line.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Leonard. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Mitchell finds Gobert. And there's the pass to Conley. Leonard with the steal. A finish. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
You know, many consider this guy the best two-way player in the world, and you love that Kawhi Leonard's defense, he is the guy that finishes. That's appropriate.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. Shoots over Shamet. And Utah again with the bucket.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't go. Good D by Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Has to Gobert. Mitchell looking it over. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. And
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting
take a
for
break.
us.
Take a
One
break.
NBA coach told
Two
me
shots.
this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubats is checked in for Montrezl Harrell, and it's JaMychal Green in for Kawhi Leonard. And he's good on the second.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
Now here's Green. Pass to Moutier. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's George following the basket by Emmanuel Moody. And that one's good. Beverly.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered. And Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Now here's Moutier. Davis inside, working on Zubats. Here's Green. Great touch on the 16-footer.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Here's George. He's got 5. Passes it to Zubats. Green dishes to Beverly. From past the arc. A rebound by Jeff Green. And so Green will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. O'Neal passes to Green. The Jazz working the ball around now. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, Moutier, tough shot through contact. That is nice.
And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Here's Green. That one, no good. Great tee that time from Green. Jazz leading by 5. High post try. And that one hits back iron.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
There's Exum. Clippers able to drain the 3. Up top, Moutier. He's covered by Shamet. Exum finds Moutier. Now, here is O'Neal. Davis, the pass to Green. Now, O'Neal. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Knocked loose. Stolen by George. And it's all evened up.
Well, the length of Paul George, creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Exum dishes to Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Jeff Green, now a journeyman veteran in the NBA. But you know what, Doris? He'll give you good production.
It doesn't matter, Kevin, where you seem to play this guy. Jeff Green finds a way to contribute. Listen, I know his three-point shooting can be hot and cold, but this guy is aware of when to look for it and when to move the basketball. 2 qualities you love.
That free throw missing.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
and he sinks the second.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Utah leading, out to the wing. O'Neal passes to Green, and the shot goes in. Green's got 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Shamet. Zubac's in the post. He's guarded by Davis. Tries again. They kick it out to Green. Back to Zubac. Pass to Green. 5 on the clock. On deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jazz leading by 3.
Play him tight, come on.
And here's Moutier. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Jazz leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Green is out there with Davis. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Moutier. And it's Exum in at the 1. And the first one drops. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Here's Green, following the score by Lou Williams. Pass to Exum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The 5th overall pick back in 2015. The Jazz with a lot invested in the development of young Dante Exum.
Well, for Exum, his minutes trended downwards over the first 4 seasons of his career. This guy is still young. He's still got a tremendous amount of athleticism. It's time to start to put it together for Dante. That's
good from Exum. A A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And here is Conley after Lou Williams was able to get the three to go. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Green, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Exum. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Conley against Leonard. Outside, Bogdanovich. Good on the three-point shot. Bogdanovich has got 5. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Now here's Conley. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Gobert, and it's good for 2. And it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Harrell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Passes to Ingles. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. They double him with Green. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers trail by 4. Williams kicks to Shamet. So the wing on the left. Here's Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Leonard. That one no good. And Utah the other way now.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Now the pass to Bogdanovich. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. That's 7 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 6. Harrell trying to free himself up. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Out to Conley. Fires the 3. Rebound by Harrell.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Conley finds Gobert. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Ingles. They get it back. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, that's about hustle and effort from Bogdanovich. To go after the rebound with that kind of intention is exactly what you hope for as a coach.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Here's Leonard. Williams trying to break free. Utah with the rebound. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Here is Williams following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity, and finished off by Conley.
Such a skilled defender, Kevin. Joe Ingles great at positioning himself and using his length to poke balls away.
Now here's Shamet. He's got 5. Harrell dishes to Williams. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Williams. Over Conley. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers trail by 10. Williams scanning the floor to stop the run. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got 11.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Mitchell in the corner. Pass to Bogdanovich. Leonard with the steal. All alone. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Here's Conley. He has 5. He kicks it to Mitchell. Shoots over Shamet. And it's Mitchell missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Conley. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
What nice work to get the high percentage look, and he doesn't make any mistake with it.
Now here's Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Mitchell outside. Bogdanovich passes to Ingles. Clock is at 3. The feed now to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
And the Clippers call time here.
Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Paul George comes in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. So Utah going with an almost entirely new grouping. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. Emmanuel Mudiay is checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Exum in for Mike Conley. And Doris especially at that center position. You know, GMs like a player with a fighting spirit.
Rudy Gobert plays with a chip on his shoulder and a competitive spirit. A lot of 7-footers, Kevin, play the game simply because of their size. Rudy Gobert wants to be great.
Here's Zubac following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. Pass to Leonard. Gobert against Zubac.
And the remarkable reach of the stifle power. Gobert twice on the pipes.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Shot clock at 2. Beverly.
You have to like that defensive effort. Dante Exum using his size to throw these shooters off.
O'Neal kicks to Exum. Dishes it to Davis. Exum deciding where to go with it. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
Inside, here's Leonard. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Down low, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now, here's Zubac. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Leonard.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Moutier. 80 that time from Leonard.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
34 seconds left here in the second. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Jazz leading by 3. Exum finds Gobert. Davis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
O'Neal against George. The 19-foot shot, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Well, for the Jazz. Kenny, what do you think?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Leonard down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Gobert. Ingles with the ball. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And George, here we go.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
Utah is shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. How great the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Here's Conley. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. To the middle, here's Mitchell. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Now here's Beverly. To the paint, here's Leonard. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Ingles. Lets a floater go. And the rejection by Harrell. And George, here we go. Rebound by Mitchell.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Mitchell is double. Kicks it to Ingles. There's the pass to Conley. Here's Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Here's Ingles. Count the basket. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Pass to Leonard. That one falls. Leonard's got 23.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Jazz leading by 3. And it's Conley penetrating. Makes it off the glass.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
LA's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Beverly against Conley. Here's Leonard. And he banks in the layup. 25 points in the game.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Landry Shamit's checked in for Williams. And Utah also making a switch. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Jazz passing it around. Back to Bogdanovich. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical, Kevin. How fast does he get off his feet?
Utah leading by 3. Green inside. Leonard's there. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And the rejection by Harrell. Shamet with it. Now Green defending. Gobert with the block. Now here's Green. He's got 5. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Leonard, and Harrell slams it in.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. You can't get that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
George with the bucket.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Passes it to Conley. And here is Green. Over Beverly. Green, no luck. Back to Leonard for the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Conley. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's George. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. And the Jazz call time here.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Royce O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Conley inside the line. Utah gets it back. That one misses. The Clippers trail. To the inside. Zubac. Gobert with the block. And now Utah, fast break. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
George, no good. Jazz leading by 3. The pass to Gobert. Now Conley. He's got 9. Mitchell is double. Just 5 on the clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. From deep, George. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Pass to Zubac. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Green for the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Conley. Back to Mitchell. This one for 3. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's the teardrop. And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And the Jazz with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. O'Neal passes to Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him shirt off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Utah also making some changes. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Exum in for Mike Conley. And the second free throw, good. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. George looking over the floor. And it's George finishing it off.
Some nights as a defender, you just shake your head because Paul George uses his outstanding reach to get through the defense.
Exum kicks to Mitchell. And the rejection by Zubac. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded close. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The first free throw is good.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Jazz leading by 4. And here's Mudiay. 6 points for him. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. Davis down low. Guarded by Green. And the rejection by Zubac. Now here's Beverly. Guarded close. And the wide open shot from Green. Los Angeles with another miss. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Utah out in front. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Davis is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. Here's George. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
For the finish, and it's George finishing it off.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
It's good. And that's 11 points for Mike Conley.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Ingles against George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Davis on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 2.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Beverly finds Zubac. Down low. And George with the stuff.
What you love about Paul George is if he understands he's got his game in rhythm, he's going to stay aggressive.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They double team Conley. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Utah has possession. Here's Ingles. Outside Conley. They double team Conley. Jazz passing it around. And slam dunk by Gobert. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. And the Clippers call time here.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for JaMychal Green. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Boy, Gobert gets to the rack quickly. How long, how agile from the 5-man on the penetration.
The pass to Leonard. Lob pass to George. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
Now, here's Mitchell. From 12 feet out. And that one goes long. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Over in the corner, Beverly. Outside Williams. Over Mitchell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Conley against Leonard. Outside Conley. Inside Mitchell, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 24 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Now here's George, and Harrell slams it in. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Conley with it. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Conley.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And he makes both free throws. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Conley. It counts, and the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Shamet's checked in.
1 shot.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Outside Leonard. Knocks it loose. Over Ingles. That one's not going to go. And Utah the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Mitchell. It's not going to go for him. Empty that time from Leonard. Over Conley. And it's Leonard missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Shoots from the corner. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just call him the closer. He won't let this team lose.
Now here is Conley. Mitchell outside. Paul George with the steal. Now here's Leonard. Tipped away and stolen by Bogdanovich. The drive.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
It's a beautiful jam.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Leonard inside. Ingles covering. He had stolen by Ingles. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Conley. Conley's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. George against Bogdanovich. Gobert with the block. To the middle. Here's Conley. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And he makes the first. And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people, Doris, would put Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's a former Defensive Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Mitchell is double. The wide open look here for Ingles. Here's Gobert. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Find the lanes. One shot.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Clippers trail by 7. And the Clippers call time here.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Bogdanovich against George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, Kevin, these are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Mitchell is double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Jazz now. No one near Conley as he lets it go. That three off the mark. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. It's good from long range.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And here is Conley. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. Mitchell is double. From downtown, and Conley gets it to go. The assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 6 assists here tonight.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Gobert. Gobert double teamed. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Mitchell. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 3. Nobody near George. It's good. This game is all even. George has got 34 points.
And Kelly, you can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Now Mitchell.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Beverly. He dishes it to Harrell. George against Conley. And George kicks to Leonard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here are the Jazz now. They've led by as much as 10. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Now Gobert. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the game. George. Loads it up there for Harrell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
And the Jazz call time here. And here is Mitchell. From deep three-point range. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Jazz, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Here's Harrell. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Here's Beverly. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Defender simply couldn't get around the pick, and it results in a wide open look.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Lou Williams.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Conley. Conley drops them both. Here's George. Outside Leonard. Floats it up there for Harrell. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Utah leading. Conley feeling it out. The drive by Mitchell over Williams. Gobert dishes to Ingles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
My goodness, Joe Ingles, the poise and on point in a big-time moment.
Harrell trying to free himself up. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Montrezl Harrell.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Conley finds Mitchell. Pass to Bogdanovic. Just 5 to shoot. Conley inside the line. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, wreaking havoc with his size down there. The stifle tower, Rudy Gobert, assertive. My goodness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert. Gobert drops them both. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. Passes it to Beverly. To the paint. Here's Harrell. Off the left rim and out. Jazz leading by 3. Mitchell with it. Ingles trying to get open. The rejection by Leonard. From about 16, count it. Leonard's got 39.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. From deep, Ingles bangs home the trifecta. And the Jazz lead by 4.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
George against Bogdanovic. George with the bucket. George has got 36.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Now, here's Mitchell. Second chance effort. It's good.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Here's George. 54 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 52 seconds left in overtime. Doesn't go for him. Good by Bogdanovic. And it's Utah's ball. They've led by as much as 10. And he makes that one. Now it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
How about Joe Ingles stepping up in the clutch to deliver a big-time bucket?
Here's George. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And so they foul intentionally. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Lou Williams. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers.
Shooting 2.
was the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
It is still amazing to me that in 2017, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even a top 10 pick. If you had a redraft, he'd likely go top 2. Absolutely incredible.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 5. 29 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Here's Beverly. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow. A play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Shoot 2.
First, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Leonard from deep, 3-point land. And a miss there on the triple. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles. Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
We see the Jazz get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.